Hello, hello. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. I am your host, Gaming Legion. I am also. I fucked up the intro, it's been too long. What's up? I am your host, Gaming Legion. You can call me Legion or Jacob. Either one's okay. Why am I wearing a towel on my head? Don't worry about that. um, Most of it's because my hair is now too long enough to the point where if I try and put my headband in, it starts to get knotted, and I don't want to comb it right now. So at least for the first part of this, we're having this on. Now, regardless, welcome back, welcome back. You'll see my hair later, but it has grown out a lot. I've been gone for a while. Um, I came back to school. I played Wukong for a bit, but I had to get it start getting into life. Uh, yeah, I started work. I think the day after that stream, or so it was around that last stream I did. I had to get into work, so that started not messing things up, but I had to take that into account. And then school obviously started, had to take that into account. I started some workout classes, so had to learn to adjust to that. I'm not as sore anymore whenever I go. I just went today and I hit legs and did some cardio. That was great. That was fun. But yeah. But before I continue, we got a few new updates, and because I'm starving, I want to eat. I want to get on to this next part. I had to update the title afterwards because I've been out of this for almost a month. I'm like, I completely forgot what I had to do. I was literally sitting here and we're like, okay, what do I have to do? That's good. That's good. Start the stream. Fuck, that still says Wukong. We're not doing Wukong today, unfortunately, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But some updates, you might have seen. I got this little thing. I got them for TikTok. I got like a lightning one for my phone, and then like, oh, there's a USB-C one. Why don't I try it for my computer? So, right now audio's coming from this mic, but you'll see in a minute why I want to have this one on. So, we're gonna hook it up here. Looks pretty dandy, pretty dapper. And then we are going to swap over to this mic. Now, I can't hear how I sound, so I hope I sound okay. I'm fiddling with the noise gate a little bit that I have on this to see if I can make this a little better. I think that's good. Yeah, right there seems pretty good. It's not really cutting out. It's still giving decent audio. I think I like that. I don't know how good it's going to be. I did a test. It sounded pretty clean when I did this like a week ago. Um, but yeah, I also want to say I had to downgrade my RAM because my one of my RAM sticks went out. It's fucked. It was completely fucked. So I'm now down to 8 gigabytes of RAM on my PC. So we're gonna see how this runs. It looks like we're doing okay. I'm not dropping any frames right now. We'll see how we do when we get into this. But yeah, so first things first, get this mic out of the way for now. And next thing, I'll be right back. I'll be right back because I want to show you guys a little something. A little something. I need my mouse for this. Show you a little something, something here. Bam. Good evening. Hello. Welcome, stream. Oh my god. So my school issues iPads out for just a few years. The power button is a little broken and jank. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. Um, I haven't eaten yet today. I have not eaten. That's but I you know what I need is I need to make fucking food. So I do like like me the ingredients, and then I will cook those up. Um, um, so right now I am gonna cook something up. It's only gonna take a few minutes. It's I think this is 15 minutes. This week there were a lot of express ones. Um, I want to make some food, and the game I want to is still technically it's ready to play. I want to get it fully downloaded if possible. So I thought, you know what, this stream a little bit. This also lets me make my damn food, and I don't go hungry. So there it is. What are we cooking up today? We're making some one-pan turkey burrito. But we're gonna cook it up. All right. So let's throw this down. Now, you may be asking, why is the camera at my back? Because it's the only place I could reasonably thing up here to like put a top down. This is obviously open and it's right here, so there's not a lot of room for me to like do all that. I was gonna put a cafeteria over there. I was gonna throw it on top of it, but didn't really work out too much. It would only come out to here. So yeah, I'm like, you know what? I have some cabinets up there. I'm like, let me test throwing it up there, and it kind of worked. And I'm like, you know what? Fine, let's let's put it up there. We'll work with it. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm gonna be walking back and forth. What are we doing? Non-stick pan. And you guys are lucky because you're not. Because right now, every time I try and cook something in it, like I think it's only been a very few number of times that without fail, or like there's only been a few times where this doesn't happen, but without fail, every time that I lose my I don't lose my thing. What the fuck am I talking about? My smoke alarm goes off because my is right over here, like right down there. So yeah, it gets really really fucking annoying. The thing is that you can't even like really tell that's singing or anything. It just happens, which is probably the most annoying thing out of this. All right, knife. I am not a dangerous individual. I promise you. I claim no hood. I shouldn't say these things, but whatever. I can also tell you right now, I am no professional chef. As you just saw, I was cutting in, trying to cut it, or stem out a pepper in midair. So I am no cook. I just do what I think looks right, and I try to follow the instructions to the best of my damn ability. So yeah. All right. But first, I need to cut this up. So, how's your day been? All right. But we've been doing good. We've been doing good. I got one class right now. It's doing all right. Um, or not one class. I got this one class that's really pushing my fucking buttons. It's like a logic and theory of computing class, and um, the grader is somebody I actually know, but I don't think he remembers me. And I'm gonna cut myself one of these days. Don't worry, I'm gonna cut myself one of these days. I have a mat under as well, so don't worry. But I like I keep getting screwed over because it's stuff that like I remember. It's a combination of like discrete mathematics and holy fuck, doing some stuff from and I remember stuff about both of them. I wasn't the best. I was good in logic circuits. I wasn't the best in discrete math, but it takes elements from both. And I feel like I kind of understand it, but at the same time, I do like you see my grade. I do not understand it. I have been failing that class since the first homework was graded, and I just turned in the third one like a few days ago. So it is interesting. It is interesting to say the least. Other classes are easy though. I'm literally not even I'm not even going to most of them because I'm trying to catch up on sleep. But we're doing good. We're doing good. We're cheating in them, so we're fine. ChatGPT, Chegg, Google AI. For some reason, Google AI actually works well with some of my math courses. I could not tell you why, but it's doing decently well. It's doing decently well. All right, let's actually cut these things up. All right, but yeah, a lot of new gaming stuff. Concord, shit the bed, dude. I unironically want Concord now. Like I genuinely want Concord for the sole fact that I feel like it's probably I feel like it's gonna turn out kind of like the Atari ET game, where like it doesn't crash the market or anything, but and I mean ET did insanely better than ET did a lot of fucking Concord in sales. Like that's not even a joke. ET sold millions of copies. Not it just wasn't as good as the company had expected it, and it was a terrible game as well. But it actually sold decently well. Um, if it was something like an indie game, it would have been then it would have been having amazing numbers. But because it was a huge studio, shit the bed. But it's kind of like that where I want Concord just for the sole fact that it would be a fucking funny ass collector's item, and who knows, that could be something that could go for thousands, maybe even a few $100,000 in the future. I mean, you see some old N64 games going for that much on eBay, which I think is fucking ridiculous. But but you see it, it's happening. So it's possible. But man, that was so funny. That and Dustborn, I remember seeing a lot of stuff about Dustborn too, and people calling like Concord like the worst game, and then I'm just looking over here. I'm like, oh, there's Dustborn though. And it's like people who are saying Concord's the worst haven't seen Dustborn, and it dude, and that was just so funny. Just oh my god, that game. A lot of the games. God, I've been trying to like stay on top of everything as much as possible, especially when it comes to like PlayStation and Nintendo, because those are like the big ones right now. I mean, PlayStation obviously with Concord. I had gotten Astrobot. If you see my stuff on TikTok, by the way, TikTok down below there, go check it out. um, but I've beaten the game. I've platinumed it, and dude, I I don't know. I because here's the thing. I loved Mario Galaxy. It is my favorite Mario platformer. it's my favorite 3D Mario platformer. Probably my favorite 3D platformer, period. Um, and that's kind of where I'm like, I don't know, because Astrobot genuinely might have taken it for me. Like it might have put it just up there. Like in beaten out Mario Galaxy. At the very least, I can say it is tied. If nothing else, it is tied with Mario Galaxy, in my opinion, for like fucking god, for favorite platformer. Um, but God, it's hard. It is hard to pick out because I need to at least replay through Mario Galaxy um, before I give it a fair shot. Yeah, if I want to give it a fair shot, I gotta replay through Mario Galaxy. I do still have, I think I still have my old save data, so I might at the very least be able to not have to actually replay through the whole thing completely 100% it again. Um, because that's, yes, I think that is one point on Astrobot over Mario Galaxy is I think the levels are a little easier. Do not get me, there are challenging levels in Astrobot. I mean, I posted my run on TikTok of the golden run, uh, or like that final level run. Um, and that the thing is that was just the last run I did. That genuinely, I was sitting there for I think 2 or 3 hours trying to beat that level, just constantly going over and over again. I remember I recently got into some like Japanese rap, and I just had this one like hardcore Japanese rap in the background, and all I was doing was having that on repeat and playing, and I mean it worked. It worked. That was the song. I think it was Majina Hashi, um, Majina Hanashi. I think it's that. I forget who it's by, but I just had that blasting in the background and uh, just playing on my TV. But it's been great. Loved Astrobot. People were saying about another game possibly coming out, like another Astrobot, and I genuinely don't know how. I mean, like I know you could do another one. I know how they would do another one, but I don't know if they would need to, at least not at this stage. Like obviously, if we're getting another Astrobot, it's not going to be for another few years. Um, but like I would say don't do anything with Astrobot until PS, like assuming they're still in the market at that time. Don't do anything until like the PS7 or at the least like kind of like how with the PS5 we're in late stages. Don't do it till the late stages of the PS6 because like if you I feel like if you do anything with Astrobot in the next like I'd say 6 years, um, then there's not going to be too much to really build on because I mean a big thing of um, Astrobot is that it calls upon all the old PlayStation IPs and items and stuff. Like I remember I went back to the Astro's Playroom after I beat Astrobot because I wanted to get those VIP bots that I got put in, and then I also wanted to get all of the new gotcha game stuff so that I could like officially say I have 100% of Astro's Playroom because I had gotten it. I got my PlayStation last winter, so yeah. Let me slow down for a sec. Olive oil for tea. I'm hoping that one day I can get a little. Um, this isn't even olive oil. It's I don't know if it's I just poured in like 2 teaspoons. So I definitely put. Who cares? All right. Oh yeah, I did end up figuring out the problem with my Elgato. I figured out the issue. The My splitter was getting like pulled too much, so it was kind of like pulling the HDMI cable like slightly out, just enough that if you had bumped it like even the slightest bit, it was toast. Or not toast, but it wouldn't. It just would not work. So yeah, glad I got that fixed. All right. Ow. Dropped it right onto the oil. Okay, we're good. It wasn't that hot yet, so we're chilling. Juice all over my instructions now. We're fine. All right, but yeah, Astro absolutely goated game. I do hope they come out with another one, but I would like for them to wait. I would say wait. Make sure build up enough IP. Speaking of, dude, fucking bring back some other IP. Like bring back Infamous, Jack and Daxter. Bring what is it? The Legend of Dragoon, I think it is. I want to see some of this other stuff. Some of the games I don't have that I want to. Going to be on the newer lights too. Okay. Cool. Break it, turkey. Good, yeah. And then, oh my god, everything with the PS5. Like here, I'd say like for what it is, I think it is dumb. I think the price of it is super dumb, being $700 for no. And the thing is, if it was $700, I don't think people would complain. Really, the vertical stand, to be honest, correctly, I don't even think that a vertical stand. I think it came with the two acrylic pieces so that you can lay it down. But I don't have a vertical stand. I don't remember getting a vertical stand in the box, so I don't know if that was. I think for the vertical stand, some people are being a little overreacted with that. Like, you really need a vertical stand. That how it's a lot of things. Like warranties and stuff, and people are like, "Oh yeah, I break my console all the time." Like, how do you break your console? Like, do you not just put it in one place that would be relatively safe, and then just don't touch it unless you're like swapping out a game or like powering it on? What are you doing? Like, it gets broken so easily. That's why I don't do warranties on it yet. Like what is it? Like, I buy a lot of retro games. There might be one day where I do like a here's my retro game collection. But like we're talking because especially like GameStop. Like, I got Astrobot the other week. I got Space Marine 2. I'll talk about that in a minute. There's another game I had gotten. What was it? Fuck, what was it? Hold up. Okay. But I need to remember what the hell I'm talking about. Star Wars Outlaws. I'll also talk about that in a minute. I'd also gotten Star Wars Outlaws, and like, oh yeah, you want to have like a $3-4? No, I think like it's going in a bookcase. It's sitting there. The only time it's not in that bookcase is if it's in my console being played. Like, No, we're good. You can keep that. I'm already paying $70 for a video game. I would like to start saving some money when I'm doing this. But yeah, Star Wars Outlaws. I haven't finished. I have not finished Star Wars Outlaws. Honestly, like I don't. I made it to the mansion, and then I made it to the Dust Planet. And that's kind of where I stopped. Um, I kind of stopped around there, and I don't think. I mean, I'm gonna come back to it. It's one of those games where I will eventually come back to it, but it will be on hold for a while. Like I will not come back to it until I beat a bunch of other games that I really want to be like, okay, fine, I'll come back to this. I might as well finish this up, or because I'm so not far in the game, I might even just restart. I don't know, but got some of these. But yeah, not Star Wars Outlaws. It's an game for me, to be honest. It's an is just the MJ missions from Spider-Man. And I would say Spider-Man 2. And don't get me wrong, the MJ missions from Spider-Man 2 were a lot better than the ones from PS4, but they're still MJ missions. At least in Spider-Man 2, you only got like three, like 3 or 4 MJ missions like that. But at least for that first beginning part of Star Wars Outlaws, that's basically the entire game. And it's just not. It's not. I'm not with it. I'm not really with it. If I'm being honest, I'm not really with it. The Space Marines 2, on the other hand, oh boy, I am with that. Oh boy, I am with that. I got that last Monday, so it's been almost 2. I haven't played through too much, unfortunately. I've wanted to play. I've wanted to play through more. It's because I had other stuff I wanted to do as well. Like I played through the first operation, and then I was like, you know what? I have all these games. Let me make sure. Let me get all of them in my games list and on my achievement list. So I went through all my PS5, PS4 games, got those on my PS5. I deleted the game data because obviously I only got the 1 terabyte. I can only put on like like maybe a fourth of my library if I'm being generous at once. So I was like, all right, let's throw these in, put them on the achievement list. And then I did the same thing for my PS3, and I actually upgraded the hard drive on it to have 1 terabyte instead of the 80 gigabytes it had before. So because my PS3 library is about as big as my PS5 and PS4 library combined. I think it's actually my biggest library. I think, yeah, if for one specific console, PS3 is the one I have the most out of. Combined, I think Nintendo is combined because I have a lot of games as well. So I think combined I have more Nintendo games, but specific console is PS. But I got all the game data downloaded for those as well, which was nice. Did the same thing for Xbox and 360. I finally got my damn 360. I had to a new one. I had bought a 360E with a broken disk drive because I'm like, okay, I can probably fix that. I go to try and fix it, I fuck it up. Order a new hard drive or disk drive. Come to realize that's not that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You can't just order a new disk drive. You have to essentially clone the disk drive. which I don't got anything to do that. I don't have anything. So I call up a few repair shops and I'm like, hey, are you able to do this? And they're like, no. So I'm like, well, shit. So now I am trying to resell it on eBay and for parts. And I ended up just getting a 360 Slim on secondhand, which is actually was a better deal because I got that with a Connect. Um, it didn't come with Connect Adventures, but I did end up finding that at a store back in the summer for like $2. Yeah, I found it at like a Goodwill type of store. It was a liquidation store. Um, but I ended up finding it there and out for $2. I found a few games over there for $2 that I got just for the fact that they were $2, which was honestly a bad idea. But you know what? I spent $20 and got like I think 8 games, some of which I will probably never play, two of which I've already actually resold. Um, I went to a retro game store to sell off a bunch of my stuff, and I sold it to them because I'm like I'm not playing these two. I have them on other consoles, but yeah, they were. It was Disney Infinity 2.0 and 3.0 for the 360, and I'm like I'm not playing these on the 360. One, I don't have a portal or a base or anything for the 360. I only have it for the Wii consoles and PlayStation since they could share. So I'm not gonna get a whole new console or a whole new base just for the 360 and Xbox One. No, 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 thank you. Holy fuck, this tomato is mushy. Probably my fault. Like I said, not a good cook. Goodbye. Get you. I don't mind tomatoes, but maybe it's because it's just right now it's not colder. Gross. All right. But yeah, Space Marine 2, very good. Back to that. Space Marine 2, very good, very excited. I went through yesterday and I actually played through the second operation. Um, and probably over the weekend, I'm going to start tackling more of it, get into the third and the fourth. I'll do some of the side mission stuff as well. Um, yeah, have some fun with it. And holy fuck, this tomato is pissing me off. Okay. These are supposed to be a lot more cubed, but since I'm like basically fucking hell, since I'm basically smushing everything out, trying to definitely need to sharpen this at some point. Sure, I'll just break some of that up in the pan. Fucking done. Okay. So turn that on. It starts to become a little annoying. Um, you can't really hear it too much, especially right now. Cilantro. That in. That's actually why I'm back. Um, I mean, I want to really keep on top of it. And on Thursday, the new Legend is. But I think it's Wisdom. I'm excited for that. Sparking Zero this month, and with Black. I'm just hand or just when I actually more interested in Sonic. Much as I like the Sonic movies. I haven't played any of the Sonic games though. I do want to eventually get into them. As of right now, I'm not into them myself. Paying the $60-$70 for a game that I'm really not that interested uh, all too much. So I'll just skip out on that for now. But I will eventually come back to it. I will come back to it. But yeah, Sparking Zero, all of that. I feel like there's another one that I'm forgetting about right now, like off the top of my head, but I know I have it on a list to be like, all right, you got to make sure you get this. I'll bring this right in right now, but whatever. This is actually supposed to go on top of the. This is supposed to go on top of it when I'm done. Whoops. Well, whatever. Everything is fine. Right. Almost done. Almost done. Done, 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 done. It was very good. I realized after they said, yeah, it was good, and then just left it at that. But dude, I had read the manga for Don to Don because I'd seen some stuff on TikTok, so I'm like, okay, now I gotta read this. Started to read, absolutely fucking insane. Why is there all of this? Uh, I missed hot turkey with cheese, also guacamole and sour. Okay, no, that's we top it with all of that. Okay, I was confused for a second. Like, why do I have a bunch of ingredients that I don't remember what to do with? All right, cool. But yeah, it was really good. It was really good. I'm excited for the anime to come out. I will be rewatching the episode when it does come out. I believe it's supposed to be around mid-October for Don to Don. I want to say October 17th. Um, just off the top of my head, I want to say October 17th, but I don't remember if that's the exact date. Hopefully it is. All right, let's. All right, big metal bowl. This meal makes for 2 servings, but it is just me, and I haven't eaten all day. So 1 serving for moi. Thank you very much. We're gonna use this to get out. And then I eat while I play. That's gonna kind of be how I'm doing stream. Right now, I just kind of did today on impulse. I thought this morning, why don't I try it out, test it, see how it goes. I mean, obviously, I've just been cooking, but so far it's going pretty decently. I've also turned a 15-minute meal into probably 30. which I typically. All right, cool. Also, probably didn't need to use a giant metal bowl. Probably could have just used a smaller one, but whatever. Chez walk. Walk. Fuck. I came. Okay. Ah, shit. All right. Well, I was never a big fan of guacamole. Yet. I was trying to squeeze it out. Clearly not my most graceful ever. All right. Oh, it's got only slipper two. Oh, man. Come on, man. Great. Just perfect. Just perfect. Now I'm sad. Now I'm sad. This got goopy fucking guacamole all over me. On my floor. On my clothes. I will probably need a minute to switch out. I got on my dishwasher, motherfucker. Ugh. Now I'm angry. Alright. There. Last little bit. Alright. Don't think there's any more. Let me just get a damn. Let me just get a damn spoon. It did not just drip. Oh my god, I think I cracked it somewhere. It just dripped on the fucking. Oh my god. Pissing me off. Ugh. I don't mind guacamole. I've never been a huge fan of it. Fucking hell. Made me less of a fan. Oh, and it's all right. Once I'm done with this, while I'm in between my moving my cameras, I'm gonna switch to new clothes so that I can just throw these out. Or not throw them out. Throw them in the wash because I'm not about to sit here and play video games. Guacamole all over me. Not the game that we're about to play. That would be like a disgrace. That would be a disgrace on my legacy. All right. There we go. Trash. I'll clean up more of the kitchen later. But let's mix this up a little bit. All right. Doesn't look as graceful as the picture, but that is some. Wouldn't honestly look too bad, and it smells heavenly. It actually smells really good. So I'm very excited. Very excited. Okay, we move this over to the dining area. And throw this on BRB for right now. I can deal with all this shit. Hello, where is my mouse? There you are. All right, I'm gonna throw this on BRB. I will be right back. See you in a few minutes.